Our first speaker is Sharita Walker, a Prairie State alumni who is now GSU transfer specialist for our dual degree program with them. So Sharita, go ahead.
All right, thank you, Sarah. So yes, my name is Sharita Walker, and I am the transfer specialist with the dual degree program. So I'll go ahead and share. All righty, so to start, I guess just kind of a little background knowledge of the dual degree program. So we do currently have 17 partnering schools that we partner with. So of course, Prairie State being one of those schools. But I did want to, of course, make mention of all of the schools that we currently have partnerships with. So if you know a friend, a neighbor, anybody at any of these other schools, be sure to share this information with them as well so they can take advantage of the program and the many benefits that we offer. So those benefits include first and foremost, personalized transfer guidance from your dual degree program transfer specialist. So as I mentioned, that is me. I am the transfer specialist for Prairie State. So after you join the program, basically I would create a study plan for you, and that study plan is just kind of an outline of the classes that you should be taking while you're at Prairie State to prepare you for once you transfer over to the university. And we meet, at least once a semester to kind of keep that updated, and again, to make sure that you are staying on track with those classes. Second, we do have scholarship opportunities just for our dual degree program students, and I will talk about those a little bit more in just a moment. 3, we have locked in tuition. So from the time that you join our dual degree program, your Governor State tuition rate is locked. So let's just say you joined the program today, and then maybe you were looking to transfer next year fall, but they increased their tuition next year summer, you will still come in and get that lower rate because you're a part of the dual degree program. We guarantee admissions into Governor State, and we will waive the application fee for you. There are a few exceptions, a few programs that we cannot guarantee admissions into those programs that you see listed there. However, and that is because they have like other requirements that you have to complete or pass, such as letters of recommendation for social work and nursing. You must pass the in-class exam.
Sharita, just a quick, we're still on the very first page that we're seeing.
So you don't see the benefits of the dual degree program?
No, we're just seeing dual degree program. It's the very intro page.
I don't know, because I clicked to the next
at the top, did it say it's sharing that tab, or is there something at the top that says it?
I see the option to stop sharing, but I don't see.
Is there something that says share this tab?
I do not see that.
Oh, okay. That's all right. If you go into, I think you're in PowerPoint. If you go into that seems to be what it's sharing. Or are you in PowerPoint right now?
I am PowerPoint. Yes.
Okay. Well, just keep telling us. That's okay. We'll be fine.
Okay.
You can send me the presentations, and I can send it out. Everyone can, and I can send it out to everyone who attended also, so they have it handy.
Okay. So yes, so we cannot guarantee admissions into a few programs because of those other requirements, but we do still guarantee admissions into Governor State. And then also as a benefit, you will also be able to utilize Governor State's facilities, such as our fitness center. We have a Center for Performing Arts, and they have a lot of great shows, and they offer a lot of great discounts to students. So you would also be able to take advantage of those as well. So the DDP scholarship, so we have 2 scholarships that Prairie State students are allowed to apply for if you're eligible. So the first one being our DDP Promise Scholarship. And for that scholarship, you need at least a 2.75 GPA, and it is a need-based scholarship, so you would have to be eligible for the Pell Grant through your financial aid. The scholarship does cover your full tuition and fees for up to 4 semesters, and with that scholarship also includes a bookstore stipend for 4 semesters as well. And if there are any undocumented students wanting to apply for this scholarship, you are able to receive that GSU bookstore stipend as well. For our DDP Honor Scholarship, that's the second one, and for that one you need at least a 3.5 GPA, and you must also be in your Phi Beta Kappa program or the honors program at your community college. That one also covers your full tuition and fees for those 4 semesters, and then you would have to also be committed to participating in our GSU honors program, and for any undocumented students, you are actually eligible to receive that full award. The guidelines for the dual degree program, you must, in order to enroll or sign up for the program, you must have earned between 12 to 45 credit hours. You must be in good academic standing, so at least a 2.0 GPA. you must be enrolled full-time, and you must actually be looking to complete the associate's degree before you transfer over. And then in order to actually remain in the program, students must, again, maintain that good academic standing, so at least a 2.0 GPA. You must remain full-time all the way throughout. So from the beginning of joining all the way through your bachelor's degree, you do have to be full-time. You must check in with the transfer specialist at least once a semester. We have DDP induction, which is just kind of like an orientation. We encourage students to attend at least one of those. We offer them twice a year. And then again, you must be actually looking to complete that associate's degree, but you also must complete that degree within 5 semesters. And you cannot see this, but I have my contact information here. But so if any students are, of course, interested, you can definitely feel free to reach out and contact me.
Great, thank you. And you can also drop, I'm going to drop your email into the chat. And if you want to drop the rest, you can put that in too as well. And this is something that is true for GSU and true for, I believe, every program that's speaking today, is there is no cost for you to join. You are not obligating yourself to go to these schools. If you change your mind and decide to go somewhere else, you can still do that. And it costs you nothing if you decide to go somewhere else. So all of these programs have, and some of these you have to sign up early to get the benefit. There's a couple exceptions, but most of them you have to sign up early to get the benefit. So wonderful. So next up is Eileen Luce from St. Xavier University's dual degree partnership. Eileen?
Sorry about that. Thank you, everyone. It's very exciting. Sharita, thank you for all your information. I was like, wow, a lot of what Sharita said is very true for St. Xavier's dual degree partnership. That has a lot to do with my friend Sarah here, who helped me guide the benefits of the program. So I'll try my PowerPoint slide and see if that works. How's that sound? And Sarah's the one that put this together. Can everyone see this?
Not yet. You usually have to click 2 places. I'm not seeing it.
Okay. So present now, and then your entire screen. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
See, I'm just learning.
Then you select the icon where you see entire screen and hit share.
Oh, share? Oh,
yeah.
I'm so used to the Google or the Zoom ones.
Zoom, yeah. Zoom is very intuitive.
Yeah. Okay, sorry guys. So I share, share, here we go. Wait. Doesn't like me, hold on. Sorry guys. All right, your entire screen.
And then you click the picture of your screen that's in the box that pops up. Click that picture and then hit share.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Phew, that was a little scary.
There you go.
All
right. Got everyone's back.
So. Now we're making it happen. Okay, so what do you guys see? Anything? Nothing yet, right?
We're seeing your screen, so now you can, yep, we're seeing
okay.
It. Great.
Okay, great. So St. Xavier just started this dual degree partnership with Prairie State about a year ago. And we've since formed some other partnerships with other community colleges, which I'm sure no one here needs to know about those, but super exciting that we're finally getting the ball rolling and helping, trying to get some transfer students to want to come to St. Xavier. So the eligibility is very similar to what Sharita was talking about. We want the student to be full-time at Prairie State and at St. Xavier. The best way to take advantage of this partnership is to apply for the transfer partnership no later than your second to last semester at Prairie State. Because if you apply for this partnership your last semester, unfortunately, we're not able to accommodate you for this transfer partnership, because we want to be able to do advising with you. We want to make sure we can guide you as best we can for whatever major you're pursuing. The major that we don't take is nursing for this partnership and speech pathology, because those are too competitive. And so actually, I apologize. I think communication sciences and disorders is part of the partnership. The only one that's not is nursing. So we want you to have at least a 2.0 GPA. But if you are pursuing education and communication sciences disorder, we want at least a 2.5 to get admitted, and then a 3.0 while you're in the program. The benefits, of course, are there's no application fee. advising each semester while you're at your community college. So we would definitely want to keep a relationship going with you while you're at Prairie State. We also have just come up with what's called this Preferred Partners Scholarship, and that is renewable every semester, every year. That's $1,000 just by signing up for this partnership. So that's a no-brainer. You don't have to do anything for it. You don't have to be Pell eligible or anything like that. And then this other full tuition scholarship is something that we're trying to get going. And this is exciting because if you qualified, you're going to submit a full tuition scholarship application, and you would have somebody from your school, send a letter of recommendation on your behalf, and we can choose one full scholarship per fall or spring semester. So what's the catch? As Sarah said, there is no catch. There's no financial responsibility on your part. You don't have to stay committed to this partnership if you don't want to. We definitely want you to get your associate's degree from Prairie State. But there are some times where certain majors we might ask you to come on board earlier than not, just because of the sequential order of the courses. If you need more information about the partnership between St. Xavier and Prairie State, you could just type in keyword search transfer partnerships and then find Prairie State. So I know this link that I have here is a little long, so obviously you're not going to remember that. My contact information is luce@sxu.edu. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm always happy to answer any questions you might have. If you are interested in our nursing program, I am more than happy to answer any general questions for you. We also have tried to get as many of our majors on our transfer guides page. And so that seems to be a good way for students to kind of keep track of whatever major they are interested in. So basically that's my presentation. I hope you learned something from it. But like I said, we're a small school similar to, I think someone here was from Eureka, is that correct? And, we can just do a lot of customer service to help guide you whatever way or needs you might have. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm going to stop sharing now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Eileen, for that. Next up is our National Lewis University partnership. Their program is called Direct to Success. We just joined it, I think, a week and a half ago. So everything is very new and rolling out. And this Anna Figueroa is going to be speaking with us, although Google has renamed her. So
I apologize for the technical issues.
That's okay.
I promise next time I'll be an expert in Google Meet. I tried to figure out, but I couldn't. But well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Sarah, for having us here today. And as Sarah mentioned, we just launched this new program called Direct to Success, and I'm gonna present my screen so I can tell you a little bit more about this wonderful program. Hold on, your entire screen. Just bear with me because I'm not very familiar. Okay, share. Okay, can you see my?
Yes, we see your webpage, it looks like, the brochure. Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is a brochure. So the Direct to Success program is basically a new program for transfer students. This program is giving students from partner schools a 25% scholarship. Any student who transfer with an associate's degree and a 2.0 GPA will qualify to get this 25% tuition scholarship. All they need is to complete an associate's and have a 2.0 GPA and transfer to National Lewis within a year after completing the associate's. But we encourage the students to complete an application earlier. That way we can identify them as a Direct to Success student. Another benefit will be that once the student complete an application, and the application is totally free, and the application is going to be on file for 3 years. Once the student complete an application with us, we're going to identify them as a Direct to Success student, and they're going to be assigned an academic advisor. And I'm also going to be working closely with them, like if they want to make sure they're taking the right courses at Prairie State. We also have a transfer guide, and we can evaluate the courses to make sure that they on the right track. And of course, we also going to be making sure they connect with the Prairie State advisor to make sure that they're in the right track. So that's one of the benefits. Another benefit is that we have a very generous transfer credit policy. We take up to 80 semester hours from partner community colleges such as Prairie State. So 80 semester is more than the associate's degree. We also offer a very convenient schedule, predictable schedule. Some of the programs that we offer when the schedule is set up for the entire program is the applied behavioral sciences, business management, and healthcare leadership. The schedule is set up from beginning to end. So if a student decides to do business management, a bachelor's of science in business management, they know all the courses they require to take from beginning to end. Under career acceleration, NLU goes the extra mile to prepare students for life after college. We offer them resume workshops. I'm trying to let me just open it a little bit. Career development courses. NLU students can participate in the Raven Career Accelerator and nationally recognized career launching program. We also offer a lot of support to students. We have a free tutoring program. Students can sign up for a tutor totally free. They can also do the send their papers, like any essay or any assignment they have, they can send it online and they get feedback within 24 hours. So here I'm going to show you like the tuition. Like with this scholarship, our tuition, instead of going up, this new Direct to Success scholarship brought down our tuition to $14,000. As you can see, per quarter, we charge $323. Per term, we charge the tuition rate is around $4,000. But this is, of course, with no financial aid. And per academic year, as you can see here, we are about $14,500 per year based on a 45 quarter-hour full-time students. So that makes us one of the most affordable private schools in the whole Chicagoland area, which I'm very proud of, be part of. So that's my presentation. I know we only have 7 minutes, and I wanted to touch base on different programs that we offer. Here's some of the programs that we offer. The Applied Behavioral Sciences, which is a fast track program. The program is only 15 months after the student complete the associates. And the program meets 1 day a week. We also have a bachelor's in communications, a bachelor's in criminal justice, human services, a bachelor's in psychology. And we're going to be offering a new program under social work. This program is coming in the fall. We do offer a bachelor's in infant and toddler, bachelor's in early childhood, elementary education, and a bachelor's in applied education studies. We also offer a bachelor's in business administration, computer sciences, healthcare leadership, a bachelor's in business management, which is also a fast track program. That program is 18 months after the student comes with an associate's degree, and they also come to classes 1 day a week, or they can also complete the program completely online. As many of you know, we also, Kendall is also part of National Louis Kendall College. So we offer now a bachelor's in culinary arts and a bachelor's in hospitality and management. So I'll be more than happy to answer any questions for any of the students. Like I say, I can meet with students one-on-one, and I'm gonna include my contact information on the chat for any student who wants to reach me. My name is Anna Figueroa, and I'm gonna be working closely with students from Prairie State. And I'll be more than happy to meet with students one-on-one to help them with the enrollment process. And I forgot to mention too, we also request transcripts for students. So the students, I always recommend students to apply to more than one school so they can see the options. And they don't lose anything by applying with us. Everything is free. The application is free, and we will also request the transcripts for you. So you don't have to pay for transcripts, and you don't have to pay for the application. Thank you so much for having me here today, Sarah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Anna. And as everyone's speaking, oh, I see that she put it in too. I've been dropping their emails in as everyone's speaking in case anyone wants to copy them out and follow up directly. Next up, we have Patricia Francie from UIC for the Transfer Admission Guarantee Program, which has my favorite name tag. So I love all these programs. These are all my favorite programs. That's why I invited everyone to speak, but I always get a kick out of the name of this program.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you. My name is Patricia Francie. I am the Associate Director of the Transfer Assistance Center at the University of Illinois, Chicago. I manage the guaranteed admissions programs at UIC. We have a total of 22 schools that are part of our guaranteed admissions. For Prairie State, you are part of our Transfer Admission Guarantee Program known as TAG. My students that participate in this program are also AKA, they are my tagsters. So I take very, very good care of my tagsters. I make sure that you have everything that you need for a smooth transition. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you briefly, we're going to run through the website. If you go to tag.uic.edu, you will find all of the information necessary to make a good decision in regards to the TAG program. There are many, many benefits to participating in this program. You do receive guaranteed admission at a 3.0 GPA, and that's a transfer GPA. So we want to make sure that you are getting actually over a 3.0. We also give you a very clear path to your selected degree program, and we use transferology. So I will teach you how to use transferology. Your academic advisor at your community college can teach you how to use transferology. And our discover.uic.edu webpage has a 3-minute video on how to use it as well. So we make sure that we're very clear on what you need to do in order to be successful at UIC. You also will have the opportunity to meet with me personally once you go ahead and sign the participation form, which I'll show you what that looks like. We'll go through that page. The participation form does not lock you into UIC. What it does is it allows me to contact you. So it just basically gives me permission to start working with you as your admissions counselor. You get plenty of support from UIC, and you get regular communications from us as well. So we make sure that you are very well informed. In order to be eligible for TAG, you do have to maintain a 3.0 or better GPA, and we also ask that you complete the additional requirements that are listed on the participation form or under the programs tab, which we'll look at real quick too. Basically, these requirements are listed in Transferology. So if you're following your Transferology guide, you've got everything you need. Just make sure you're focusing on that GPA. You do have to sign that participation form up to 1 year in advance so that we can work with you and make sure that you are on track. We do want to make sure that you understand what courses you need to take and where you need to be before you get into UIC. So that's the only thing that we ask is that you sign up a year in advance, which right now we're accepting participation forms for fall of 22 and beyond. Involvement. You basically will start out speaking to your community college advisor, and you can let them know that your plan is you're considering transferring into UIC, and that you are also considering the TAG program, and they will help guide you through how you can get in contact with us and how you can sign that participation form. There are specific programs that at UIC that participate in the TAG program. The majority of our degrees do. However, there are a few, as mentioned by others previously. Nursing is very competitive, so they unfortunately cannot offer. But our RN to BSN online program is, because it's online, they can expand and they are able to go ahead and offer guaranteed admission for students. So we're going to check the programs tab and take a look at who actually participates. So what you would do is go to the participation form, click on Prairie State, give us some basic information about you, talk about, you'll give us the program that you're interested in. As you can see, that's a very, very big list. So dig through that and find the one that interests you the most and get started on that. And then basically what will happen is you'll receive an email back from me giving you some information on how to schedule an appointment with me. You will also receive a transferology guide that is specific to Prairie State that will come directly from Transferology. And then you will also receive a guaranteed admission handbook. In that handbook, you're going to find all kinds of great resources from UIC. We will show you how to apply for scholarships. We also talk about the Honors College. There's support programs at UIC that are listed in there, such as our African American Academic Network and our Latin American recruitment offices. There's a ton of information in there, so it's very, very helpful for students who are considering UIC. To find your tag advisor at your school, you will go to this tab and look under Prairie State. And oh, look, it's Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so Sarah's going to be your contact person for tag, although your academic advisor / counselor at Prairie State will also be a great resource for you. But Sarah knows, she's been working with this program for a few years now, so she understands it very well. When you're looking to see what requirements are for your program, you're going to go to this program tab here, and you're going to look at what's required. These are required in order to have the guarantee, but we also recommend courses for you too, so we know you're on track to go a little bit further. So depending upon which degree program you're looking at, engineering has many more requirements than art, and they do have a few more requirements than liberal arts and sciences. So make sure you're following this alongside your transferology guide and listening to what your academic advisor is telling you. There's a page in here with frequently asked questions. You can kind of breeze through this on your own, but I just want you to know they are there. They're very generally asked questions. But if you have any questions for me, you can reach me at transfer@uic.edu, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions immediately. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. I will be available for questions afterwards as well. Thank you all for listening.
Great, thank you. And like Patricia, I'm trying to merge your name with your last name, I think, somehow. Like Patricia said, I believe we've been in this program for 3 years, and I've been the primary contact from the start. But really, I'm just kind of that go-between if you get stuck. The website, they lay it right all out there. Prairie State's advisors are all trained on using Transferology and are aware of the TAG website. So you're welcome to come to me if you get stuck along the process, but many students are in this, and they're working directly with their advisor and with the resources that you get from Ms. Francie. So next up, we have Caitlin McDougall from Eureka College for the Uniquely Eureka Promise.
Yes, thank you so much, Sarah. I will go ahead and share my screen with you all. Give me one moment here. All right. Are you all able to see what I'm seeing?
Yes, we're seeing a PowerPoint that looks like it's for us.
Perfect. Okay, sounds great. So yes, my name is Caitlin McDougall. I am the Assistant Director of Continuing Education and Transfer Enrollment here at Eureka College. Briefly, before I start the presentation, I will let you know just a little bit about the college. We are located in Eureka, Illinois. We're right in between Peoria and Bloomington. Honestly, if you head from either direction, you will pass through Eureka. And it is a small town. We are a small private liberal arts college, and we are offering in-person visits. If you'd like to come and check out campus, we'd be happy to do that. So now to get going with the presentation here, I'm here to talk today specifically about our Uniquely Eureka Promise program. So what this program entails is a full tuition program designed to give transfer students from the state of Illinois a chance to transfer to Eureka and potentially go tuition free. They will need to complete the associate's degree, and there's some eligibility requirements I'll go through in a little bit, but it just gives students a chance to earn their bachelor's degree, of course, helping with that cost. So to give you a little bit more information here, there's 4 simple steps you'll need to take in order to receive this free tuition. So the first one would be to apply to the college. You can do that there at eureka.edu/transfer. And it's a super simple application. It takes between 15 to 20 minutes to complete. It is free for all students that apply. And then, of course, I will get that application and contact you with next steps to get you admitted to the college. Once you are admitted, you'll want to submit your FAFSA, which our FAFSA code is right there that you can reference, or when you file FAFSA, there's usually a drop-down code or drop-down button, and you'll just select Eureka College. Once you submit your FAFSA information to us, you want to check your aid status, and then of course after that, enroll at Eureka, which you can do by submitting that enrollment deposit on our website. So those are the 4 simple steps, but to then go into more detail about the program, these are some of our eligibility requirements here. So the first one, like I mentioned earlier, you must complete that associate's degree from an accredited community college, which Prairie State is. Or if you don't complete that associate's degree, what we need is 60 transferable credit hours. So that is what we look at to be part of the program. You must have at least a 2.8 cumulative unweighted transfer GPA. So that means the courses that transfer over to Eureka College, we will have a transcript evaluation done. I do that upon your application and receiving your transcripts. And as long as it's a 2.8 or above, you can qualify. You also must be a current resident of Illinois and a US citizen for at least a year. And then the last 2 is where FAFSA comes into play. You must be eligible to receive full state of Illinois MAP grant and federal Pell Grant. And then you'll want to look at the EFC, which stands for Estimated Family Contribution, and that needs to be at 1,000 or less. So with all of this said, yes, there's a lot that you need to be eligible for to be part of the program. I do all of this on the back end. There's no separate application that you need to complete. So if you meet these qualifications, then of course you can be part of the program. And I help walk you through it every step of the way. So some of the requirements, either before you're in the program or even during. First one is that if you're interested in being part of the program, you will need to apply to Eureka by July 1st if you're interested in starting in the fall. And then of course, if you're interested in starting in the spring, you'll need to have that application in before December 1st. And then of course, you'll want to complete the FAFSA prior to January 1st of each year. That way we can process that the FAFSA information and get that Uniquely Eureka scholarship on there. And you'll want to accept and use all of your federal and state grants each year. So that MAP grant and the Pell Grant that I mentioned earlier, you'll want to make sure that you accept both of those each year. And you'll want to enroll in at least a minimum of 15 credit hours per semester. That's a typical full-time student, equals out to about 5 classes. Max that you can enroll in is 18, which is an additional class, typically up to 6 classes. If you were to drop down to 12 credit hours, you would just make up the difference of what that would be with those 3 credits. And then of course, while you're part of the program, you will want to commit to 40 volunteer hours. That's throughout the course of the 2-year program. So you can get that done, whether it be during the school year, summer. We have plenty of opportunities on campus to do that. But then of course, you can go in your community, your local community, or even the Central Illinois community to get those volunteer hours complete. So all of that said, we do, I did want to put this on here to learn more. This is a long URL, so I'll put it in the chat for you to reference if you'd like. But this is where you can go to learn more about the Promise program. And just in general, if you're interested in learning more just about how to transfer to Eureka College, you can go there as well. But that will give you more information about the program. And then last but not least, just my contact information here. My email's there. I'll put that, or if Sarah hasn't done it already, I'll put it in the chat. Best way to get a hold of me is through email or text, my mobile phone. That way I can try to get back to you as soon as possible. And that is all I have for you. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you for that, Caitlin. I did put your email in. I don't know if you wanted to put the others in as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's up to you, Ray. I was already ready to get yours in, but our next presenter, Ray Diaz from Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, has already put his email in, and he's got 2 programs that fit with the nature of the focus. So he's going to be squeezing in talking about both the Saluki transfer pathways and the Saluki transfer commitment, but I know you can do it. So go ahead,
well,
Ray.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone, and hello to all of you Prairie State College pioneers, my name is Ray. I am your transfer admission representative for SIU. And yes, I will be talking about what we call STP, or referred to as STP and STC. So beginning with STP, the Saluki Transfer Pathways. So the Saluki Transfer Pathways program is really for anyone who plans to attend Prairie State College first, then transfer to SIU for a specific major. Now, this program will help you prepare your transfer to SIU well in advance. So as you can imagine, this transfer recruitment program provides many benefits to Prairie State College students. We will, for one, provide you with an individualized transfer plan to help you plan those courses while enrolled at Prairie State College. We will also provide transfer credit evaluation updates each semester and personalized contact with SIU staff as well as advisors. Now, STP will also allow students to be admitted up to 2 years in advance of their transfer. In addition to that, participants who have earned at least 30 hours of transferable credit and a 3.0 GPA will be eligible for a $1,500 scholarship, which is renewable for a second year and is also stackable with our other transfer scholarships. Now, to qualify, it's very simple. All you have to do is indicate that you are interested in participating in the Saluki Transfer Pathways on the admission application. You must have at least 2 semesters remaining at Prairie State College and have at least a 2.0 GPA. Now, for additional information, or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly, or you could visit our transfer.siu.edu website or email us at transfer@siu.edu. Now, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our Saluki Transfer Commitment. Now, the Saluki Transfer Commitment is our pledge that all new transfer students who meet certain criteria, and I can go over the criteria a little later, but as long as they meet these criteria, they will be guaranteed that tuition and mandatory fees will be fully covered for 4 consecutive semesters at no cost to the students or their families. And that's all I have, Sarah.
Well, that's a lot. So thank you for that. So the last 2 presenters were a little bit more unique with the full or free tuition. So Ray and Caitlin, I've lost my train of thought. I just admitted someone and distracted myself. My understanding, I want to confirm if you guys can confirm, my understanding is that the Pell and the MAP goes towards their tuition. And so then students using these programs need to be prepared that all other costs of their education, they're either seeking additional like major-based scholarships at the university or outside scholarships or loans or paying for it on their own. Can you just confirm that? Because yours both have that piece.
Yes, that is correct,
Okay.
Sarah. We would, yes.
Same for me as well. We will use MAP and Pell towards that tuition, and then of course cover the rest with the Promise program that we offer. I do like to mention that if you are looking at outside scholarships, especially if you're wanting to try to use it for room and board, to make sure that those scholarships indicate that they can go towards room and board, because sometimes the scholarships are only for tuition. So you'll want to make sure that if you're looking at outside scholarships that they can go towards the room and board costs.
Oh, thanks for that heads up. That's a really good one. I remember someone who I was a contact with at Eureka before Caitlin had told me their first year. So I think you guys are admitting your 3rd year of students. So students who start next fall, it's the 3rd year that this Promise program's been around. And in your first year of students starting in it, someone had found enough outside scholarships to completely cover housing. So it is a thing, but you want to be out there looking for it. I actually have a YouTube channel. I'll drop the link into the chat if students are interested in, and I've recorded a previous session where I was giving tips on looking for scholarships. So I'll put that in there, and my email if any students want to reach me